Good day, my name is Bluesuit and today I'll be going over my review of the early access top-down hack and slash Souls-like action-adventure game known as Achilles Legends Untold. In Achilles Legends Untold, you play as Achilles as you regain your former strength in the service of Hades, as you play your part in his war against Ares and slaughter droves of enemies in bloody combat. The story here mostly takes a backseat to the action, as only the first couple chapters are playable, and its overall presentation is lackluster. Don't get me wrong, Achilles Legends Untold is a beautiful game with great lighting, animations, and explosions, but each unskippable cutscene was rife with poor writing and worse voice acting. As the game begins, Achilles is alive and well as you relive his greatest accomplishments of defeating Hector at Troy and subsequently falling to Paris' bow. From there, you meet Hades in the underworld, and so begins the Legends Untold part of the story, where Achilles becomes a secret agent of Hades. Overall, it's a really cool sounding story, and I hope that the later chapters make better use of it as they are released. In gameplay, Achilles Legends Untold tries to toe the line between ARPG and Souls-like, and on a fundamental level, it does work really well. In combat, you try to make the most of your spacing and timing to get in little jabs and combos with your light and heavy attacks to whittle enemies down. There are a handful of different one- and two-handed weapons for you to use as well that each have unique animations and damage scaling. The problem is that in its current state, the combat is so frustratingly inconsistent. Hitboxes seem to have a mind of their own, enemy AI is either brain dead at best and completely unresponsive at worst, your character's attack combos will read extra inputs regularly, and because the camera doesn't cut away objects between you and the camera, you sometimes can't even see what you're fighting. It's an early access game, so players are expected to be okay with some of these things, but at the end of the day, it just makes the action not fun in an action RPG. The other big gripe that I have about Achilles Legends Untold is in its level design. Again, beautiful, handcrafted levels with flowing streams, cinematic backgrounds, and handsome-looking enemy design. But that's really where the positives end. As you make your way through the game world, you have this little ball of fiery light that you can chase to your next objective. It works great because there isn't any game map available, and there are so many different little pathways to take that it's easy to get lost. However, if you, for some reason, want to explore off the beaten path, it's so hard to find your way around. Being a top-down game with no map or mini-map, it's really hard to get any perspective of where you are or how to get back to where you were before. True to the Souls-like formula, there are these little shrines scattered about the world where you can recover your health and level up. These happen to be super far apart from one another when you have no idea where you're going, and leveling up at them is very expensive. This causes the game to have a really high risk attached to exploring non-story areas with very little reward. To compound this, there isn't all that much gear to be found either. In all of the mini dungeons that I explored, I didn't find a single piece of armor or weaponry, and some were just empty rooms with inaccessible treasure chests. All the gear that I found was above ground and was really far and few between. The one area where I feel like Achilles Legends Untold offers the most redemption though was in its co-op. It's still a choppy experience and I often failed to connect with a host, but once I got into a session it was surprisingly fun. Not only did it let me see parts of the game that I'd missed in my playthrough, but having two Achilleses, both dual-wielding and crushing enemies, was way more enjoyable. And it would be great to see this become a core aspect of the game, as with any ARPG. You can pick up Achilles Legends Untold on Steam right now for $20, but its real value definitely falls short of that. The rippling biceps and gorgeous backdrops aren't enough to save it from its inconsistent combat and overall lack of substance. So I'm valuing Achilles Legends Untold at $12, and if you are considering getting it, I would highly recommend that you wait and reevaluate when it comes out of early access. I hope you enjoyed this review of Achilles Legends Untold. Come see me on Twitch where you can watch our reviews in progress. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Until next time.